We all know Homescapes. While you may not have played the game, you've definitely seen this ad, and this one, and this one, and I think you get the point. You might wonder why anyone would willingly play the king of crappy mobile games. But what most people don't know is that underneath all that brain-rotting gameplay, there is deep, beautiful character lore that keeps me and the game's other 510 million members hooked. This is Austin. You could say he's sort of the game's mascot. He's the main character, so the story revolves around him for the most part. The story begins with Austin coming back home from butler school. Yes, he's a butler, and he has come back to his childhood mansion only to find it in absolute shambles. It seems in their old age, Austin's parents had let their house get extremely messy, and the old building wasn't holding up very well. Instead of just cleaning and fixing the house, which they definitely have the money for, Austin's parents decide to sell the mansion. Now, Austin can't have this. It's his beloved childhood home, and he had only just got back. So he looks up to the sky, at us, the player, and pleads to us, like we're some kind of godly being. He will do this every time he talks to the player. It's super creepy. With our help, Austin uses his butler skills to fix up the house and sway his parents. Now, Austin's cool and all, but his parents have their own interesting quirks. Austin's mother, Olivia, has a very excitable personality. She's a housewife, so she has a lot of hobbies. She enjoys watching TV and knitting, but also likes to be the center of attention. So, of course, she's a dancer as well. Her main thing, however, is cooking. She's a huge fan of this sick-looking dude named Ralph Ray, who's the host of a big cooking show. Olivia's main plot point is participating in Ralph's cooking competition, beating her evil Karen neighbor, who we'll get to later. William is Austin's father. He's a big nerd. He enjoys things like reading, cars, coffee, and the Renaissance for some reason. He's a retired butler and is a big inspiration for Austin.
Aww.
He's the one who pushed the most for the house to be sold. I wonder why. There's some other important characters that show up fairly often. The first being Robbie. Him and Austin have been best friends since childhood, so it's clear that they are very close. Apparently, close enough that Robbie has the guest room renovated for specifically him. I guess he just really needed to take a long break away from his wife and daughter to sleep in his best friend's house. Considering all that Austin has done for him, you'd think Robbie would try a little harder to pay it back. But no. Kinda just vents to Austin to get what he wants. The next big character is Catherine. Now, Catherine is the love interest, in a weird, awkward tension way. She's a 30-year-old woman who's unemployed and still lives with her mother. Not to mention, she's obsessed with plants and keeps putting them all over Austin's house. Austin, buddy, you can do so much better, bro. She's not even remotely attractive. She looks like Fiona and Shrek's cursed baby. Do you remember that evil Karen I mentioned earlier? Well, that's Catherine's mom, Stephanie. She hates Austin's family, especially Olivia, because, as you know, she's a master chef and Stephanie never stood a chance. That's all you really need to know about her. She's an evil old crone, and nobody likes her. There's one more character that's important enough to be pointed out. His name is Scotty, and I am 80% sure he is Austin's neighbor. He constantly shows up unannounced and either complains a bunch or makes someone entertain him because he's bored. For a while, I assumed he was an orphan, but he does in fact have parents. They just kind of dump him at Austin's with no warning and never show up in game other than sending one letter to thank Austin for entertaining their kid all the time. There are so many more characters beyond this that add so much more depth to the plot lines of Homescapes, and the game has plenty of features that add even more story. But when it comes to base game, these characters are the most important. I am personally way too invested in this game, and while I don't expect anyone to actually play it, I hope you all enjoyed my mad ramblings. I would like to leave you all with one last thing. My mom's Homescape score.